Hey guys, 412 Sports Guards here today, back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about kind of the buying strategy for Hall of Famers, focusing on that window between retirement and Hall of Fame enshrinement, with today's topic being David Ortiz. So, we're going to start with some rationale of why David Ortiz in the first half and get into the cards in the second half. So, starting it off with the rationale, I have three main points to bring up for you guys. And the first is that I think David Ortiz has the statistics and credentials to be a first ballot Hall of Famer, and if not, definitely a second ballot one. David posted 541 career home runs while maintaining a 286 career batting average. Most notably is his incredible postseason record, high batting average, with leading to 3 World Series wins along with the World Series MVP. Now, beyond those just statistics, I think what makes him so beloved is that he's the face of the Red Sox franchise in their winningest years. There's no doubt that Ortiz is the foremost face. I mean, there may be others like Dustin Pedroia or Manny Ramirez, but there's no doubt David Ortiz is the star, and even though he's not a position player, he has the allegiance of one of the largest fan bases in the baseball world, and there's definitely something to be said for that. And so I guess those two kind of show you guys why I think he's definitely has a good chance of getting in the Hall. And a third point being about why you should be focusing on buying him now is understanding the kind of Hall of Fame buying period. So whenever players retire, they always follow the same trend. Right after they retire, their cards kind of take a dip as they follow the public eye and out of sight, out of mind type thing. But we typically see those cards rebound and reach new peaks around the time of Hall of Fame enshrinement. Now, David Ortiz isn't up for enshrinement until 2022, so the need to buy right now isn't urgent, but it's definitely something I'm going to be recommending for you guys to be keeping on your radar. So, just to be on the lookout for, browse on eBay whenever you have some money and you feel like going for it and picking one of these up. So, with that in mind, I'm kind of showing why I think not only does he have the Hall of Fame credentials, but he has a lot of extra room for growth because of the strong fan base he has. We're going to get into some of the cards to be focusing on. So, David Ortiz does have rookie autos. This is the Millennium Works parallel, but this is what they look like, this 1997 Donruss Signature Series. Not my personal favorite. He signed the auto not in the auto window. It's on every card. It's like that. I mean, they have some value, but I think when you're buying these for investment, you want to be looking at the base rookies. And his are kind of interesting. In 1997, he doesn't have a ton of base rookies. His, the more popular sets released in, 1998, like this Bowman's Best, his Bowman, are in 98, and those are his, rookie cards, if you will. But they're a year later, and the only 2 major releases that had him the first year in base rookie form were Fleer and Fleer Ultra. So we're going to get into it here, starting off with Fleer. It's a matte finish base rookie. They're Tiffany parallels, so they're glossy essentially. They look like this, but they're glossy. And those are 1 in 20 packs, I think, so they're kind of hard to come by, and they're worth a ton. But we're only really talking about these because these are the only ones that are really prevalent. So what did I pay? I bought this card back in 2016 for $95. And they literally sat at that. They went down to the 60s, and just now they're kind of back up around 150 right now. So not a huge spike, but definitely showing some signs of life, which is kind of what prompted me to make this video, kind of showing that he's nearing that enshrinement period, and we're starting to see the upturn in his card prices. So that's kind of what inspired me to make this video for you guys today. As I said, 150 for the BGS 95s, PSA 10's about 275. Now, the interesting thing about this card is that the Pop Report has a ton of 10s. 1,217 PSA graded, 955 10s. It's about an 80% gem rate, which is really high. Honestly, I'm surprised because it's colored borders on the front. The back's white borders, though. It's probably easy to get centering grades on this, but regardless, it's a really easy grade, apparently, which is kind of interesting and kind of what separates it from the Fleer Ultra, which is what I'm going to be getting into now. Keep in mind, when I bought this card back in 2016, just raw, and just sent it in for grading. That's what I did with this. So not the cleanest copy, but I don't know, it's this bottom left corner is kind of destroyed. But anyways, it's good for showing for this video anyways. And I think that this set is personally looks better to me. See that like gloss on the name there? I think it looks better. It's a shinier image. It's not a matte finish, it's a glossy finish, which makes me like the card more. And honestly, the fact that it's way more condition sensitive makes it really appealing to me, because I think there's something about appreciating the differences between the 8s, the 9s, and the 10s, and having that component in a card. I really like that. So Fleer Ultra, you got 3 variants. You got the base like this. You got the gold medallions, which is a parallel found 1 per pack, and in a 500 plus card set, getting Ortiz is kind of hard. And then you have the platinum medallion, which is 1 in 100 packs insert, and those are really rare, almost impossible to find. Anyways, we got the base like this. PSA 8s in the 30 to 50 range, 9s in the 125 to 150 range. In the pop report, we got 405 graded, but only a 29% PSA 10 gem rate. As you can imagine, PSA 10s go for huge premium. They don't pop up that often either, but they're nice if you can get them. Honestly, I think the 9s are pretty well priced. If I could be snagging a 9 at about 125 bucks, yeah, I'd be doing that all day. Kind of getting into the gold medallion. Only 4 of these that are PSA graded have sold in the last 3 months, so pricing's hard, but it kind of shows you how rare they are. PSA 8s going for about 150 bucks, 10s in the $1,000 plus neighborhood. I actually tried to win the auction that just ended. It just ended about 150 to 160 bucks for a PSA 8 gold medallion. Did not win it, but there's definitely upward movement in these, and they're attainable. 79 graded, 22 of them getting 10s for a 28% PSA 10 gem rate. So I guess kind of putting it all together, you guys, first of all, a big caveat before I get to my summary. Be wary of these gem numbers and these low population counts. Certainly at this base Fleer Ultra, there are a ton of these in existence, just not a ton graded. So you need to be on the lookout and be very wary, not to be going crazy because the pop is so low. No, what really we're looking for and learning from the pop reports here is the gem rate, so we can kind of learn how much we should be valuing like 8s and 9s and 10s with respect to each other at. But the strategy, personally, I think this one right here, gold medallion, because it has some rarity baked in, which is going to translate to some future value and strong price or performance in my belief. I like these the best for investment, for sure. Personally, I'm a bigger fan of the picture on the base. I don't really care for the Fleer that much because of the matte finish, but it's hopefully that wasn't too loud. Anyways, up to you guys what you want to do with this information, and hope it helps inform your buying decisions. Catch you next time.